share myself real quick.
You studied the breakdown and shit, right? So you already know.
I'm live. All right, Shalom Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barakatham to all the brothers of Israel. Shalom Yahweh Shamar Ilathah Hashem Yahushai to all the sisters. This is the ISUPK Las Vegas, and today is the closing of Feast of First Fruits. You understand? Before we get into the scriptures that I'm going to bring out for this closing of the Feast of First Fruits, I'm just going to ask everybody the same thing we ask almost every class, that everybody do their part to like and share the video. You understand? For those of y'all that are on Facebook, you can see on the screen on the bottom left our YouTube page. Make sure that you go on our YouTube and like, share, and subscribe onto that page. And then also, for those of y'all that are on YouTube, right underneath the our YouTube username is the Facebook page, ISUPK Las Vegas. Make sure you do the same there with liking and sharing the video and liking the page. Baba Kashai. So liking, I'm just doing that real quick, and then we'll get into this. And then just so y'all know, we're going to start at the book of Leviticus, the 23rd chapter at verse 9 is where we're going to start. And just so y'all know, today is just going to be, just real simple. This is a feast day for us, you understand? This is a day for us to come together as brothers and sisters, as a nation. It's like it. As a nation, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to come together and, enjoy a day that basically the Lord had, set aside for us in the first place. You understand? This is a day for us to come together and break bread. You understand? Let me hit that YouTube real quick. Sure. Okay. Now, we're going to go through so in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, starting at verse 9, this basically is just starting off with how we even came about getting the Feast of First Fruits. You understand? As you'll see when we start off on verse 9, the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, you understand? So that right off the rip, that's letting you know that, this is basically a commandment that the Lord gave to Moses to give to us. You understand? To give the Israelites, to give the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You understand? Our forefathers at that time. So we're going to go ahead and start book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 9. Go ahead and read it when you got it, Baba Kashai.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 9. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest.
All right, so now there's a little vocabulary word that's in that verse, and it's sheaf. Can anybody tell me what a sheaf is? And if not, you know what you should do. S-H-E-A-F, sheaf.
Sheaf, a bundle of grain stalks laid lengthwise and tied together after reaping.
So what's a sheaf? It's a bundle of your wheat. It's a bundle of your harvest. You understand? So breaking that down, speak unto the children of Israel. So this is, the Lord commanded Moses to speak unto us, to the Israelites, to the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You understand? When ye be come into the land which I give unto you. So when we go into the land that that Lord gives us, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf unto the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. Now, mind you, what that's just saying, when we go into the land that was given to us, but also this also speaks about the land that, any lands that we are told to go into, because the feast of first fruits is something that we're supposed to keep anywhere where we're at. Right. Whatever condition that we're in, whether we're in rulership or if we're in captivity. You understand? So when you are in the position to basically reap and harvest what from your labors, at this time of year, we're supposed to come together and offer that harvest to the priests. You understand? And that's what we're doing in the ISUPK. Like, if you were to go into the kitchen right now, you would see that there's everybody brought their sheaf. They brought their bundle of food, their first fruits, together for us all to break bread together. Y'all understand? But mind you, that's for the priests. That's for all of us. You understand? Go ahead and read verse 11.
Verse 11. And he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you on the morrow after the Sabbath. The priest shall wave it.
So now, what do y'all think that word "wave" in this context means? Like, you think we just over there, woo? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing? What are we doing with wave? When we waving our sheep, when we're waving the food, we're waving our harvest that we're bringing together for the priest. What do y'all think that means when we waving it? Go ahead, Trooper.
Like willing to part ways with.
Okay, yeah, willing to part ways with it. Go ahead, sir.
So wave the sheep before the Lord. Basically, like presenting our offering to the Most High.
Exactly. So bringing it up. Everybody's bringing it up. Hey, this is what I'm offering. You're making your offering be known and seen amongst the whole congregation, essentially. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. And mind you, when was the Sabbath? When was our last Sabbath? It was yesterday, right? Because Friday to sundown, Friday evening to Saturday evening is our Sabbath, correct? So isn't this the morrow after the Sabbath? Being is Sunday, the first day of the week, right? So we already keeping the tradition, right? Most High Christ. Let's go ahead and read on.
Verse 12. And ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheep and the lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto the Lord.
So now, do you have to have a lamb? But you need to have that meat sacrificed. Okay, y'all need to keep that in mind. The lamb is recommended, highly recommended that we have the lamb. But mind you, it's just a simple fact that when you bring a lamb, that lamb is supposed to be without blemish. That portion of that lamb that you bring has to be without blemish. Y'all understand that? Because mind you as well, this is a sacrifice unto the Lord, for our priest. This is a first fruit offering for our nation. And basically, it's going to be the best of the best. When something has no blemishes, no blemishing, it means, it's perfect. You understand? It's the best of the best. You understand? Go ahead and read on. Oh, and mind you, this is a burnt offering. Who can tell me what a burnt offering means? What does it mean to have a burnt offering? Nah, trooper in the back. What's a burnt offering?
What is it?
Yeah, what is a burnt offering in the Bible?
It's when a burnt offering is when you get forgiveness for a sin that you committed.
In this context right here. Because we ain't doing it for a sin. Okay, no sweat. Trooper right here.
It's a sacrifice for the Lord.
I mean, okay, sir.
Cooked.
Yeah, it's you cooking it. That's it. You burn it. You're burning it because basically it's the Lord told you to do it, right? So you killing this lamb for the Lord because that was His will, and then you cook that lamb and then you eat that lamb because that was the Lord's will. You understand what I'm saying? Now, mind you as well, another reason why it said that it's for the Lord is because, mind you as well, the Lord is giving you a certain criteria of how the lamb is supposed to be. It's supposed to be without a blemish. It's the perfect one. So with that, so it being a sacrifice, it's a sacrifice because it's your best one, the one that's going to produce the best wool or whatever uses that you might use that sheep for, that lamb for. Now you just sacrifice that, the best of the best. You gave that up because the Lord told you to do it. You understand what I'm saying? You had something, sir?
I'm just gonna add on what you're saying. Like what you explained is so important because that's how you know we are the salt of the earth. Whenever we do something, you know what I'm saying, we're doing it for the Most High, whether
right.
it's a high holy day, whatever the case is. Like you said, we giving our best. We using the best seasoning, the best herbs. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make sure it tastes the best. We're gonna make sure it's presented on that plate the best before we eat it. You know what I'm saying? All of those things because we are the 12 tribes of Israel. See what I'm saying? Not everything we do, it's already in our spirits for it to be perfect, for it to be beautiful, for it to be, like you said, without blemish. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. My word is blind. So let's go ahead and read on from there.
Verse 13. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet Savior. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the fourth part of an hin.
Now, who could tell me what they just described with that lamb and that flour? Go ahead, Trooper.
Seasoning it before you prepare.
Okay, yeah, that's season it before you prepare. That's how niggas get down. We don't eat no meat without seasoning on it. Right. What else? How is it telling us that end result of that lamb? What kind of lamb? How is it cooked? I'm trying to think how to ask the question without giving you too much of a hint.
On an open fire, on a grill.
Wow. Go ahead.
Fried.
It's fried. Because how do you fry your meat? Prepare some oil, get that doggone thing boiling, and what do you do with that meat? You take some flour, cover up in some flour, you throw it in that oil. You understand? Man, we've been doing this. We were commanded to do this. Mind you, read verse 9 one more time.
Verse 9. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying.
Read that again.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying.
The Lord told Moses how we should cook our food. We've been doing this. It's been in our spirit for thousands of years to, be the ones to season up our food, salting it up, and fry it. And ain't nobody fried food tastes better than a Black, Hispanic, or Native American man.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and continue on. Verse 14.
Verse 14.
Uh-huh.
And ye shall eat neither bread, nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations.
Hold on, don't. You can't just read through that like you didn't just say something important. Read that again.
It shall be a statute forever.
For what?
Forever.
For just 1 year.
Forever.
Just for the Mosaic law.
Forever.
Just for Jesus.
Forever.
Man, forever. Now, mind you, if we us being in captivity right now, that's why I was saying when we read verse 10, because mind you, it said when we were put into the land that the Lord gave us. Are we in the land that the Lord gave us right now? Is this what our kingdom is supposed to be? Wow. But mind you as well, the Bible does not contradict. You understand what I'm saying? And we just read we're supposed to keep this statute forever. There is no breaks with when you're supposed to, keep the Feast of First Fruit. We do this annually. You understand? Why do we do it annually? Go ahead. Because you see how simple that is? Because the Lord commanded us to do it. You understand? All right, go ahead and read on.
Throughout your generations and all your dwellings.
And where?
And throughout your generations and all your dwellings.
Man, in all your dwellings. It don't matter where you dwelling at the time. You understand that? It's everywhere. And that's exactly what I'm explaining to you. All right, now go ahead and read on.
Verse 15.
Uh-huh.
And he shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that he brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete.
Now, how much time just elapsed? You got 7 Sabbaths. How many days is that? How many days is that? Shoot in the back. How many days are in a week?
7.
How many Sabbaths? How many?
49.
That's 49, right? Now look, check this out. Here, Trooper, come get this phone. I want you to read what this says right here. Don't read the date. Just where it says, don't read the dates. Just read the announcement for the Feast of First Fruits.
For 7 days, at sundown, the 15th day of the first month. Salakia. Only celebrate the 50th day, start before sundown.
So we celebrate the 50th day after what? When do we start counting after? Do you know? After the Feast of Unleavened Bread, just so we can move on with time. Okay. So with that being said, if you go back 50 days from yesterday, or it's like 50 days from today, where does that put us? Go ahead. Feast of Unleavened Bread. What are we doing? What are we doing by holding it today? We're keeping tradition.
That's right.
We're keeping the commandments. We're following the will of the Lord. Y'all understand that? What y'all doing is good work. Is a very good thing in the eyes of the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? When you do His will, you pleasing Him. So when you simply just come together with your family, all of your Black, Hispanic, and Native American brothers and sisters, you are pleasing the Lord because the Lord told you to do this. You understand what I'm saying? In ISUPK, we come together cordial. We have some drink together. You understand? It did say we had to drink some wine, right? We break bread together. Matter of fact, I bring food from my house. The officer Shalimar, he brings food from his house. The trooper Shaquan Kabar brought food from his house. Trooper Tazawar brought food from his house. All the other sisters that are inside preparing the plates and everything, getting everything ready to go for when class is wrapped up, they all brought food from their houses as well for us to come together, share this drink, and share this food because the Lord told us to. And it's all going to be dealt with nothing but the utmost love.
That's right.
You understand? There ain't going to be no fights here.
There
ain't going to be no issues here, period.
Right.
You understand that? Because you know what? We follow the will of the Lord in the first place. And the Lord told us, y'all ain't going to deal with each other unjustly. You understand? But it's like we're going to keep on reading.
Verse 15. And he shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that he brought the sheep of the wave offering. 7 Sabbaths shall be complete.
So 49 days, and on that 50th day is what it just said. Go ahead.
Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days. And ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. Okay, so what's a new meat offering? What's that mean? Go ahead, Trooper. It's fresh offering. Something fresh for today. Y'all see how simple that is? Let's go ahead and read on. Verse 17. And ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2 deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Lord. Now, just loaf of bread. You just bring some bread, and this is the first fruit. Why is it saying it's the first fruit when they're talking about basically wheat or something made out of flour? Why is that a first fruit? Go ahead. Would it be because it's the first of the year. It's that first harvest of the year. And that first fruit, that first apple that first blemish of apples that come up on that tree for that year, that's the best apples you're going to get. And guess who gets a partake in it? You ain't taking that for yourself. You ain't about to make a profit on that. No, we coming together as a family, as a nation, and enjoying the best of the year.
You understand that? And no, we ain't charging each other. No, we doing it together because that's what family does. You understand? Go ahead and read on.
Verse 18. Ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord, with their meat offering and their drink offering, even an offering made by fire, of sweet savor unto the Lord.
Okay, you know, just to check on learning, just to recap, what's a burnt offering? Trooper.
Something being cooked.
Something being cooked. Okay, so what's a drink offering then? Go ahead, you still got it.
Something being drank.
Something being drank that the Lord told us to do, right? Hey, y'all laugh, but we just making sure that everybody in the room understands. You understand? Because you know what? Guess who else reads this book but does not do this? Go ahead.
Christian church?
The Christians, the pastors, you know, they read this book too. They teach straight out of this book too. But when do they hold the Feast of First Fruits at, you know, Word of Life Christian Church?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So that it's important that we do a check on learning, you know, from time to time like that when we're going through the class. Now, mind you as well, this is something very important. We got to make sure that, you know, not only that we keep this, but we can get ourselves prepared to teach our children who are coming after us why we do this and when we do this and how to do this. Y'all understand? And more importantly, where to even find it in the first place. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. You had something, Trooper?
Just to
Go ahead.
what you were saying. Growing up, I grew up in the church. From like 9 years old, I got baptized, and from 9 to my 30s, I've never celebrated a day never celebrated a holy day until I got into the UPK. And
That's right.
then it opened my eyes into what the scriptures is really about.
Hey, Most High Christ, man, give the Lord a hand. Because of the Lord, this trooper had the opportunity to actually serve the Lord correctly.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? All right, let's go ahead and read verse 18. I'm trying not to keep y'all too long, because mind you as well, I mean, this is basically family day for the ISUPK. You understand?
That's right.
Man, we ready to eat together, have
That's
some
right.
laughs together, have a
That's
couple, you know what
right.
I'm saying? Like, I'm excited for that food. Like, so like, you understand what I'm saying? So we about to wrap it up soon. Go ahead and read that when you got it, trooper. Verse 18.
You want to read that one again? Right, 19.
Oh, so like, yeah, verse 19. Oh, so like, I got one more question. What's a sweet savor unto the Lord, made by fire? Trooper.
The smell, the aroma.
What's giving off a good smell? That sweet smell. Go ahead.
The burnt offering.
But how?
Through it being cooked.
Go ahead, trooper.
For the seasoning.
From the seasonings. There you go. Most High Christ. Give yourself a hand. All right, let's go. Come on, verse 19.
Verse 19. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offering.
I mean, that's pretty cut and dry, telling your age and how many of a lamb, of a kid of a goat. You understand? It's cut and dry. Go ahead.
And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord, with the 2 lambs. They shall be holy to the Lord for the priest.
Now, break that down for me real quick. So you got my mouth watering, man. Damn, seasoned up lamb. Ooh, that's for the priest. I see some priests in this room too. The priest shall wave them with bread of the first fruits. What's being waved? What does it mean to wave the lamb with the bread? What they mean? Go ahead, trooper.
Showcase what it is.
Hey, to show it off. Hey, like, hey, here you go, Lord. This is what's going to the priests. You understand? Go ahead. Give me more. All right, so it shall be holy to the Lord. What's that mean? Because it'll be for the priest. What does that mean? Go ahead, Joker.
Separate.
It'll be separate. So give me more on why it's going to be, like, how is it separate? Like, expound on why that lamb and that bread is going to be separate. Separate from what? Let me give the trooper a second. Exactly. It's that simple. It's only for the priest. Nobody else gonna partake on it. Because this is the offering that is just for them. You understand? Because it's because of their work. You understand that? Let's go ahead and read on.
Verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day that it may be an holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Man, that's how you know this a nigga boy. Man, you understand? Them days of rest. Y'all feel me? Go ahead and read on. Oh, wait, you had something to say, Trooper? No sweat. Go ahead and read on.
It shall be a statute forever.
Man, this is a standard forever. This is a day you do not work. Not only did you get yesterday off because that was a Sabbath, just a traditional Sabbath, but you better not work the next day either. Man, God, I ain't gonna look at God. God is good to his people. God love his people. So like you. Go ahead and read on.
It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations.
Right. Now, what's a holy convocation? Go ahead. Okay, what's a convocation? Are you sure about that? You sure? You sure? Kind of. You look a little uncertain. What do you think you should do? I ain't saying you wrong, though. You just didn't sound too confident. So let's be sure.
Convocation, a large formal assembly of people.
So if it's a formal assembly, pretty much, it's our high holy days, our holidays, but we call them high holy days. And if I may, I think high holy days sounds so much better than gay sounding holiday. Christmas holiday.
That's right.
No,
That's right.
high holy day, the feast of first fruit. You understand? Passover, high holy day. That sounds so much better. It's like you. Let's go ahead and read on.
Verse 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field. When thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Lord your God.
Now, mind you, I need somebody to break this down for me and tell me why this is so important. Why this is in itself a brotherhood scripture. That the Lord, now mind you, Yahushua Mashiach didn't give us the commandment to love thy brother. That commandment didn't come until Yahushua came. But Yahushua just basically said all of the commandments that you find in the Mosaic law in one phrase, in one verse. And that's when Yahushua said, this is this is a new commandment I'm giving to you because y'all acting like you never heard it before. So I'm gonna say it now. Love your brother like you love yourself. You understand? Just like how I loved you, love your brother. You understand? Be ready to die for your brother. You understand? Now, why would this correlate with that? How does this correlate with that? Go ahead, Trooper.
It correlates with love your brother because in this verse, in my eyes, it doesn't leave anybody out. So whether you were there or not, if you are not financially stable, he still thought about you and leave something to the people who are not that. And if you don't know the individual, leave something for them even though you don't know them because they're your brothers. So he's thinking of everybody, whether you know them or whether they are the same sloppy, sir. Like I can think it, I just can't put it in words, but
no sweat.
I kind of get what he's saying.
I understand. You want to take a stab at it?
Basically, that's a big thing. It's like just whatever, for the people that are less fortunate, they should be able to partake in this too because they're your brother as well.
Okay. Why you, sir? Did you want to take a stab at it as well? Y'all, nobody said anything wrong. I just want that to be known now. But did you want to put your sense into it, sir?
you know, in the name of brotherhood, right? If you love your brother the way you love yourself, then you know you wouldn't want to be left out just because you don't have a lamb to offer. You see what I'm saying? Just because you don't have your bread to offer. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you love your brothers the way you love yourself, you see what I'm saying? You know, you would still want to be able to eat some lamb and eat some bread and partake in the holy convocation, which is a separate gathering of the Lord's people.
Right.
See what I'm saying? As long as you're Israel, you see my point?
Okay.
So with that being said, that's how this correlates with that scripture, because whether you have it like that, so where you can provide something or not, or whether you do, you're still gonna be able to partake. Like somebody who couldn't afford to bring a dish, they still gonna be able to come here and eat the dish that I brought. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So,
Yeah, no, most time correct. Now, I mean, all three of y'all was pretty much right. I mean, y'all all right on how it correlates. But mind you, what it says, when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field. You understand? So, a lot of times on the corner, or actually not a lot of times, but on the corner of a field, what it runs alongside the end of the field? Go ahead.
The walk path.
The walk path, that road. And who's going to be walking on that road? Your poor brothers and sisters. Your brothers and sisters that, you know, might be just simply traveling and get hungry, ain't got nothing on them. Man, you know, let me get a year, what's it called, an ear corn? I think it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let me grab some of these grapes that's just on the corner because it's left there for brothers like myself that, you know what, I ran out of food. I might, you know, whatever might have happened, I can't afford food. You understand? Brotherhood, I want y'all to understand this, that brotherhood was in the Mosaic law. We just too goddamn hard-headed and stubborn to even see that.
right.
You understand? Which is in turn why we needed Yahweh Shai Mashiach in the first place. You understand that? And with that, Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Brakatham to all my brothers in Israel. Shalom Yahweh Shamar Alathah Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to all the sisters. With that, class dismissed. Enjoy your holiday.